I had a feeling of great triumph and victory.
Let the truth be told. Want the truth, you came to the right show. Talk to me, tell me what's going on. Alan and MJ, we talk about back in the day to up to date, and you know it's nothing but love and no hate. FD Reese, it was the okay. Okay, let's go. Welcome to the Lineage Show. Okay, let's go. The Lineage.
Form the front line of that march. To my left, march Jose Williams holding his daughter. I march next to him. Mrs. King march next to him. Dr. King march next to her. On the way to the Capitol, you hear Dr. King make that speech that day. I sat on that platform, looked out over that sea of humanity, and I had a feeling of great triumph and victory. After having gone through all of the indignities, all of the sacrifices, not all seemed
Welcome to the Lineage Podcast. MJ Reese, Alan Reese here. Appreciate y'all joining us once again. It's great for Wednesday, man. It's always a pleasure to be here every Wednesday. Sometimes we miss Wednesdays when we have things to do, but majority of Wednesdays we are here, and we appreciate everybody that's joining us. And it's an honor to be here with you guys once again on the Lineage Podcast. Y'all already know what time it is. Before every show, we have to kind of a little bit tell the listeners and the viewers what's going on with us, and we do that through a couple of things. If you do not have the book Selma Self-Sacrifice, you already know what time it is. Go get it. It is on Amazon. That's the autobiography of Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese, written by himself and Miss Kathy Walters. It's a great read. I know we say it every week, but I done read it, I think, 7 times. And I find something new every time I read it. To my fellow readers, y'all know how it is. Once you read a book multiple times, you kind of get a different perspective on something new every time you read it. And this is one of those books. Please get the book. It is a great read, the autobiography of Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese. Also, if you have not booked the FD Reese Historical Tour, you are missing something. You really are. My brother and I host the tour. We start at the house, which is a historical site where our grandfather and our grandmother bought that house in 1960, if I'm not mistaken. And they raised 5 children there. But that in that house, it's a lot of historical presence, a lot of historical things went down in that house. So we start there and go to different sites that our grandfather impacted and tell the significance of the site and how they correlated with him and the voting rights movement in Selma. So please book the FD Reese Historical Tour. It's on TripAdvisor, as you see at the top of the picture. It's also on Viator, so you can just search FD Reese Historical Tour, and you will find that. Also, if you do not have any type of apparel from our apparel company, well, you have a treat. It is www.historyonapparel.com. This is one of the shirts. This is a FD Reese t-shirt. And the material is great. I must say, I have tons of apparel from our site, of course. But this is a silhouette of Granddad's face and his signature, as you can see right there, FD Reese. As his name continues to grow, you want to have these type of significant pieces because it will be valuable as being brother and our team continue to put Granddad's name where it rightfully deserves. And just to give you backstory, that is why we even see I have on one of the shirts now. It's a black shirt. This is why we do this, because at the end of the day, when Alan came to me and said, bro, we're gonna start a foundation, when we talked about it, it's always meant by any means necessary, we're gonna get Reverend Dr. F.D. Reese's name where it rightfully deserves. And that is mentioned with the other likes of the civil rights leaders and the pastors and everything, like Dr. King and Abernathy and Jose Williams and John Lewis and Coretta Scott and Rosa Parks. His name deserves to be mentioned with those pioneers also. So we're going to get Granddaddy his credit, and we're doing some things. We got some things coming up, some innovative things that we're talking about, and hopefully we get together starting next year. We're gonna really be making some real great strides with everything. Also, if you don't know, we are doing an Artifacts library tour. This is where we go to different libraries. Right now, we are in Atlanta, DeKalb County, Clayton County. We're starting in that area, and we have been doing it. I want to say this December will be our 4th month or 3rd month, but we will be December 23rd, Ellenwood Library from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's right, 2 days before Christmas. What you can do is come out to each of these libraries. We host 8 to 10 artifacts, and we talk about the significance of our grandfather, and we show you real artifacts that no one else has pertaining to the voting rights movement. No one else has these artifacts in the world, so you don't want to miss this. Come out, get educated. Mr. Voting Rights has made an appearance since he has been here at 3 of these since he's been here, no, 2 of these since he's been here. So come out, get you a picture with Mr. Voting Rights. That is our mascot. Come get you a picture, Mr. Voting Rights, and come see the artifacts. Now, you can't take pictures of the artifacts, of course, because they are precious and they are one of one. So you can't take pictures of those, but please come out and support and come learn some history. So we will be at the Ellenwood County Library in DeKalb County, December 23rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So come out and join in with us. Y'all already know what time it is. After we do the announcements, we go straight to First Nurse Kimberly Reese. First Nurse Kimberly Reese today is doing First Nurse things. She is in the field, but y'all know how she always do. She always leave us with her health segment. She has I upload the videos and I look at the videos before I upload it. And this is probably gonna be one of my favorites. We do know that December is HIV Awareness Month. So that's what, let me put a ticket. It is HIV Awareness Month. So that's what this First Nurse Kimberly Reese segment is about. So it's very interesting. So we'll play a video of First Nurse Kimberly Reese, then a short video after that to give you more information. And then we're going to go into our topic, first topic of the show. So don't go nowhere. This First Nurse Kimberly Reese with a health segment.
Hello, everyone. Happy Wellness Wednesday. This is your First Nurse Kim bringing you your weekly dose of health information. Each year, December 1st is observed as World AIDS Day to show support with individuals living with HIV/AIDS and working towards the goal of ending the stigma and increasing HIV testing. You can check out the website of hiv.gov for more information and resources to raise awareness in your community. Health.gov wants you to show support for people living with HIV/AIDS by wearing a red ribbon. Health.gov also wants you to explore other ways to get involved, such as sharing My Health Finder materials to encourage people to get tested for HIV and start a conversation with their healthcare provider about testing. AIDS stands for Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome. It is a chronic, potentially life-threatening condition caused by a human immunodeficiency virus known as HIV. The Mayo Clinic explains that HIV is a sexually transmitted infection. It can also be spread by contact with infected blood and from illicit injection drug use or sharing needles. According to the CDC prevention, sex with multiple partners increases your exposures to HIV/AIDS. CDC also mentions that young men who have sex with men, especially those who are Black American and Latino, have the highest rates of new HIV diagnosis. Anal sex is the riskiest type of sex for getting or transmitting AIDS. It can also be spread from mother to child during pregnancy, childbirth, or breastfeeding. There is no cure for HIV/AIDS, but medication can control the infection and prevent progression of the disease. Antiviral medication for HIV have reduced AIDS death around the world. Possible signs and symptoms of HIV/AIDS vary depending on the phase of infection. The primary infection, also known as acute HIV, is when someone is initially infected with HIV virus. Some people initially infected by HIV develop flu-like illness within 2 to 4 weeks after the virus enters the body. These symptoms include fever, headache, rash, muscle ache, joint pain, sore throat, painful mouth sores, swollen lymph glands, mainly on the neck, diarrhea, weight loss, cough, and night sweats. These symptoms can be very mild to the point where you may not even notice them. Thanks to life-saving antiviral treatments, most people with HIV in the U.S. today don't develop AIDS. Untreated HIV typically turns into AIDS in about 8 to 10 years. Cases of HIV and AIDS are on the rise in Atlanta, Georgia, and I want to leave you with a video that explains a little bit more about the HIV and AIDS in Atlanta and to bring more awareness about it.
Health officials say HIV cases have risen in Metro Atlanta and across the state since the pandemic began.
Fox 5's Eric Perry talked with a director with the Fulton County Health Department and has more.
What I'm trying to promote is sexual health and wellness.
It may be an uncomfortable conversation for many, but it's a conversation Joshua O'Neill with the Fulton County Health Department says is necessary.
HIV rates are increasing in terms of diagnoses. I think of 2021 in Fulton County alone, we had just over 500.
According to research, Metro Atlanta ranks in the top 5 cities with highest numbers. O'Neill says testing and resources were impacted during COVID years, so many people are now testing and being diagnosed. His team also works on preventative measures like providing PrEP, a daily pill that can reduce the risk of getting HIV from sex to about 99%.
In Fulton County, we have between 4,000 and 5,000 people on PrEP in the county, which is major, but it's also not enough. So we need to expand the access points that we have. We need to give more providers knowledge around PrEP and their comfort providing PrEP with the clients that they serve.
There's no question HIV disproportionately impacts certain demographics in Fulton County. 85% of cases in Fulton County are men, 15% women, 72% are Black in Fulton County, about 7% are Latinx, and 15% are white. According to statistics, the rate of Black males living with HIV is nearly 6 times that of white males. The rate of Black females is 16.1 times that of white females. O'Neill says knowledge and access to resources are key to fighting these numbers.
Testing is everything, right? I think it's really important for people to know their status so that they can get connected with care and respond accordingly.
Eric Perry, Fox 5 News.
Wow. Appreciate First Nurse Kimberly Reese giving us that very vital information. As you can see, it's affecting us. Well, you know, Fulton County, I don't know the percentage of Black residents in Fulton County, but you can see he said 80-something% of men in Fulton County and 70% of them are Black men. And then we have the rate, I think 5.9 times more than our white brothers. Then females 16 times more than the white females. So we got to be careful, y'all. That's what it boils down to, man.
No.
You got to really be careful. I know you wanted to say something. Now, first, public service announcement. Congratulations to Cedar Grove High School.
Cedar Grove High School winning.
Yeah,
that's our high school. Cedar Grove Saints winning the state championship probably about 2 hours ago. Now, I got to say this. First of all, I got to say Roll Tide too, MJ.
Oh yeah.
Roll Tide, you know. And I think some of the Georgia fans, you know, we know a lot of we went to Cedar Grove, you know. Kim always give me flap about being an Alabama fan, and I stay in Georgia. So today I'm watching our team, Cedar Grove Saints, which I call Baby Bama.
Okay.
I said, Baby Bama is up. I think it was up 42-21 or 14 time I put it up. So now Now, MJ, I've used this statement to recognize the dominance of Cedar Grove before.
Right.
So I said it today.
Mhm.
Now all of a sudden on my Facebook, I got Georgia fans coming on that talking about this ain't got nothing to do with Alabama and this and that, and you know. But I said this back in 21.
Mhm.
I made a post and said when Cedar Grove won the state championship because they won in 2016, they won in 2018, they won in 2019, and they won in 2021.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I said, "Oh, that's baby Bama."
Yes.
Now, no Georgia fan got on my Facebook and said nothing bad about me. Want me to tell you why? Because Georgia didn't have no national championship.
Okay.
Remember, Georgia 21 championship. They went back to back. Came in January of 22 for the 21 season. See, the Grove had already won a third state championship.
Right.
So Georgia fans did not test victory. They didn't know how it felt.
Correct.
So they didn't have no reason to come after me. Now, let me refresh. MJ, listen. Georgia is not our rival. It's not.
No.
LSU and Auburn is our rival.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So when Georgia's not playing, I know my family, my cousin hate when I say this. When Georgia's not playing Alabama, I want Georgia to win.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but now they done got some type of privilege and they want to come after the king over here.
Yeah.
They win two national championships back to back. Now they feel like they got some privilege. And since I said Cedar Grove reminds me of what Alabama does.
Right.
Now you got something to say. Well, now I got something to say to my Georgia fans.
Okay.
20 years, Georgia has won 3 SEC championships. In 20 years, Alabama done won 10. Now Cedar Grove has been to 7 state championships in 6 years. Now Georgia only has been and won how many SEC? 3 in how many years? In 20. Now tell me this, just by that alone, who does Cedar Grove Saints remind you of?
Yeah.
Georgia or Alabama?
It's Alabama, bro.
Okay, now, and since in 20 years, last time I checked, Alabama got 6 national championships, right?
Correct.
Okay. In the last 20 years, Georgia has 2.
2, yeah.
So what Cedar Grove is doing right now in DeKalb County, Georgia, mirrors what Alabama is. It does not mirror what Georgia Bulldogs is.
Yeah.
So it's none in 21 when I said that Cedar Grove Saints remind me of Alabama when Georgia had nothing.
Right.
The last time they won a national championship, we weren't even born, MJ.
Yeah, with 82, Herschel Walker.
82.
1980.
1980. So now when I say it again in 2023, now Georgia fans want to come holler at me. No, y'all better let the record reflect. Alabama is king of the SEC. Okay, we took 2 years off to let y'all do something.
Yeah,
let you do that. Okay, now Cedar Grove is the king of DeKalb County.
That's right.
When you think about Cedar Grove and their dominancy of DeKalb County, you don't think about Georgia Bulldogs. You think about Roll Tide. They better put some respect on our name, folks. Simple as that. Put some respect on it. No big brothers in the room, Georgia fans.
Right.
Pay homage to us. No, y'all cannot beat Georgia without Alabama. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say, Jay.
Yeah. And Kim say Cedar Grove breeds Georgia boys, but I don't think that's that's kind of how you comparing it. You're saying the team has been dominant. Like Alabama.
Like Alabama, MJ, not like Georgia.
Now Cedar Grove, of course. Now Cedar Grove, the boys do come from Georgia. They
do.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of cats come from Georgia that go play for different schools. Cam Newton, play for Auburn, and
there's a lot of boys from Georgia. He went to Auburn and played. He went to Cedar Grove, went to Auburn and played. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking about what I see on the field. And what I see on the field, some remind what Alabama did, not what Georgia done.
Anastasia said, "This is
That's all I
Jay
got.
right. This is Jay right now. You talking nonsense, Jay. You don't even belong in the conversation. Your
Yeah,
team don't even
talking
belong."
nonsense. Cedar Grove Saints has been to, in the last 7 years, has won 5 state championships. If that's not dominant, I don't know what dominant is.
Yeah.
And they MJ, they would have 6 if they wouldn't have got robbed
They
last
got
year.
robbed
And this
last
is
year.
why the state championships now is back at the Mercedes-Benz. It's at the Mercedes-Benz now, so they can do replay because Cedar Grove got robbed last year. So
Correct.
we could really say they got 6 and 7. I
Yeah.
don't know what Georgia fans talking about. That's Alabama. Okay.
Yeah, Georgia didn't have nothing to COVID hit. You know, they got them 2.
They got
But
them
then
too.
They and they was the best team on them 2. You ain't taking none away from them.
That's right.
But let's not get beside ourselves.
The blasphemy, MJ.
And Allen, you know that's what
Hold on, I'm gonna call. I did something call their names. Frederick Davis, Cedric Lowe. I'm gonna call their names out. They came after me, and I told them tune into the podcast. I will got to address this today on the podcast.
Yeah.
So Frederick Davis is. I know you love playing them drums, but guess what? Hey, it's okay. Just go play your drums. But right here, you really ain't got nothing to say about this. Okay.
And they might be a little salty because they just got a
law last week. That's true.
Yeah.
They might be a little mad.
You gotta let them slide a little bit. But
they might be a little about that.
Yeah, they taught outside of their neck though.
Yeah, a little bit. I'll let y'all slide on that. But I just want y'all to know.
Yeah.
Put the numbers out there.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But let's get into it, man. We talking about hard truth to soft lies. We got a couple of things we're gonna kind of compare this to. Now, first we're gonna get into a video. I know everybody saw what this went viral, and we'll kind of say this gonna segue into our main topic. But we kind of tell us what y'all think about this. I know people have opinions and views about this. So y'all tell me what y'all think. I know y'all saw this. It's gonna be 2 quick videos. We're gonna show you the first video, and I'll show you after that. It's a lot to that we can unbreak from this. We don't know that young man. I think his name is Lil James. He was at a prom. It's called Bad Kids Prom or something. First, the music that they're playing with kids now is ridiculous to me. That's 1. 2. If you don't know Lil James, that was his mother dancing on a young man. And Lil James came in and he pushed mom and kind of divided the young man and the mother, because even the son know he pretty much said what the HE is going on here. This is inappropriate. So even he knew that, and then his emotions got the best of him, and he started crying because it's tough, you know, and I can see why his emotion got the best of him when you see your mother in that light. As a young guy, it's almost to the point where it's not normal and it's not something you want to see. So when it's in your face, you know, your emotions can go 2 different ways. And after he was angry, you could tell them the sadness hit him. So I think that's ridiculous for the mother to do that when you know your child is in the building. I don't agree with carrying yourself like that. I don't know if she's married or not, but I don't agree with you carrying yourself like that, especially when you know you're being videotaped, you know you're around young kids in the building. You have to act a certain way, and especially if you know your children are in the building, you got to react a certain way. And shout out to the young man for having the courage to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He went in protective mode for his mama, because he put his mama out the vibe. Then he looked at my man like, man, if I had a bat, I'd knock you upside your head with it. And that's just my little 2 cents on that, man. So yeah. What Jeff time I caught that, Alan?
My cup.
Oh man.
What I would say, man, is what disturbs me, not only the way she was dancing, but what disturbed me when that young man showed his emotions, she didn't console him.
Mm-hmm.
She let him just stand there. She looked at him, then she started dancing again in the chair. If you would let the video play more.
I didn't see that. Okay.
That's very disturbing, MJ.
Yeah.
And that she's not a lady. She shouldn't be a mother. And you could tell that young man really loves his mother. She's the type of woman that when he gets older, that will have him in compromising situations, dog.
Mm-hmm.
He will be fighting grown men because of his mother, because she does not carry herself like a lady, MJ.
Mm-hmm.
It shows right there. That was unacceptable. Unacceptable. Yeah. And it was at a kid's prom?
Yeah, I think it was a mixture. It was like adults and kids.
That's the way. And that man, I'm just not gonna get on that woman. That man should not even allow himself to even go to that woman and do that. He wrong too.
Yeah.
Not just her actions. He terrible leader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think he was like not a teenager, but I think he was like, I think because it was young kids, teenagers, and then because if you look at it was a video before that, he was like, I'm finna go get on somebody's mama.
So it looked like the young dude knew it seemed like the kid knew the young man.
No, yeah, the kid, his name is Lil James. He's I think he's like a internet personality, the son.
Got you.
So I think they knew. Yeah, they know him. Yeah. Oh, you said you believe he's grown? Talking about the Angel, you talking about the man she was dancing on, he like high teenager, like 20 maybe. He young.
Okay.
Yeah, because they got a little a video crew, and it's like him and like 4 or 5 other boys. And they go around filming and stuff.
Gotcha. That's why he had the camera in his hand.
Right.
Okay. Right. But even then, MJ, he was still old enough to know he shouldn't be doing
Yeah. You know
what I'm saying? And she just disrespectful. She don't care. She shouldn't be a mother, man. And I hope that young man has other men around him that can teach him wisdom. Because a young man that really loves his mother like he does, but the mother don't know how to be a lady, that's dangerous for that young man when he gets 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. He's going to find himself protecting his immature mother, man, and it might put him in compromising situations, and that's a shame.
Yeah.
And
that's terrible.
That's sad.
You can't. It's none. And she was supposed to, hopefully she talked to her son after that, man, because you could tell he was hurt, and that's tough for him to have to deal with that in that situation. He trying to have fun, and he scoped the scene. And
his mom out there thought.
Yeah, that's tough.
Turning up.
Yeah, that's tough.
Attention.
Yeah, and let's get it to our last subject. If anybody don't know who this guy is, this guy is named Charleston White.
Yeah, Charleston White.
Let me read Zay comment about it. He said today's women are selfish, they only care about themselves. And yeah, Zay, you're right. He has a popular YouTube channel. Yeah, he does. This is Charleston White, man. How can I start with Charleston White? I tried to get some videos of him and screenshot some, but I gotta be honest. It was too much profanity for me to play on our show, so I didn't want to, offend anybody of that nature. I know we talk about some hard things on this show, but if y'all know who Charleston White is, y'all know he has a potty mouth. But what I must say, I agree with over 85% of what he says. The problem is he gets a lot of backlash though, from the community. I would compare him, I won't say it, but kind of to Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was his message was direct, straight to the point, and it would cause some people not to to kind of back off on the tone and how the message is delivered. And so he had the video that the interview he had with Cam Newton was probably one of the best interviews I've seen, because they went through his childhood and all of that. And Cam asked him a few things. I remember in the interview, he asked him, well, why Charleston? He asked Charleston, well, it's your delivery. And then Charleston told him, well, when I was wearing bow ties and trying to be straight up, wasn't nobody listening to me. And he went through, you will be surprised, the doors that Charleston White has been in. He worked with congressmen and he helps Black kids, and he's just not getting up there talking in the internet, the viral moments. He really has put his put his time in with the youth. Now he's went to jail for murder, even though he didn't pull the gun, he didn't pull the trigger. He explained that story, why he was in jail and this, that, and the third. So I said I'll just say this. I asked this: do we respect in our community hard truth, or do we want the pandering or the soft lies? Because what I have seen is the people that tell us the truth, even if the delivery is not agreeable with majority of people. Charleston White said Black people nowadays, I'm paraphrasing, we focus more on the words and not the actions. We so caught up on words, we don't respect action. So how he delivering everything, that's how he get backlash. But he has been on record saying he don't like the way Deion Sanders has handled this situation. He has been on record talking about women and how they act. He has been on record talking about men. But majority of the backlash that he get, it's about his delivery. So I guess my question is, do we really respect the truth no matter how it comes to us?
Mr. Charleston White, he is right. Things he say.
Okay.
MJ. We talk about the experiment. And you know me, I like to go back and bring context to how I feel. This situation, Mr. Charleston White. Okay. I look at Mr. Charleston White, his delivery is the same way delivered as gangster rap. Okay. Okay, MJ, let's walk down. Let's go back. Let's look at some of the raps. Pretty Little, Throat Baby, Women Get on the Dance Floor and Jump Up.
Yeah.
That's my song.
Right.
Look how dirty they talk.
Right.
Look how many records it sold. It went 2 or 3 times platinum.
Yeah.
It's all the rappers. I looked at all the top 10 rappers today who selling records. Guess what? The language in it is killing young men, people that look like you, degrading women, calling them all type of name, everything but their name, be anything.
Women even calling themselves that.
They call themselves now. If you look at it, this is the language, hip hop. Well, I won't even say hip hop, cultural, gangster rap, turning up is the culture of Black people right now. MJ, see, back in FD Reese now day, they can talk to us in an educated way, in a way because Black people were trying to be educated. They was about family and they was about loving God. So FD, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X can walk in any place in a suit and people are going to listen because of the structure of Black people during that time. That's the way Blacks wanted to communicate, MJ.
Facts.
Now we are in a AC. Sometimes we as people, when he is there to stir the pot, when it's not for us, we ain't got to listen to Charleston White. Because some people got on my face where they say, well, he don't speak with wisdom. He speaks with wisdom. It's just the way he say it. It's hurting to your ears. Just don't listen to him. But he's needed. Because what he's learned is that in this generation, this is how y'all communicate.
Yeah.
This is how you communicate. This is what y'all like. Y'all like people to talk to you in this type of manner. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you the message on what is right and what is wrong in the way that you like to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how you see MJ. We can't walk around today with a suit on and talk, and people look at us, look at this Martin Luther King, this MLK, MF.
Right.
That he about to talk about.
Right.
But guess what? Jesus could walk in the room. T.I. can walk in the room, and all they records that have degraded women talk about the streets, the gangster rap, and people listen.
Yeah.
And y'all put them at number ones on the records, and they million and billionaires. So soon as a man that come in and talks like the record that y'all like and tell you where you're wrong, now you got a problem.
Yeah, and man, that's the perfect comparison, bro.
So I don't understand it. Now we saying he going too far, he doing this, but y'all ain't worried about that when y'all got y'all babies in the back seat, listen to all that rap music that's going to his mind and telling them everything wrong, raising these Thundercats. Y'all ain't saying that they wrong, MJ. Y'all glorifying, y'all putting your windows down, you're putting your 12s in your cars, you're putting your bass, you got your crossovers, you got your amps, you're blasting the music loud as ever. It's okay when it's talking about killing and stuff. And I'm doing this to this woman doing this to me, and I'm degrading her. It's okay. But as soon as a man use that same language to tell you that our community is messed up, you need to change this, you need to change that and change this, he's gone too far.
Well, let me ask you this, bro. So let me read. Jeff said he speaks facts, but people hate his delivery. And Zay said, I think sometimes he goes too far, but most of the time he's telling the truth. Black people have become soft and sensitive. That's 100.
It's not that we call soft and sensitive. It's just we're sensitive to a certain message. Because that same message, bro, if he was talking about on the street, shooting, killing my block, this and that, we rhyme with it.
So let me ask you this, because I'm starting to realize it, and you know me, sometimes I'm not like Charleston White, but a lot of times when we start talking about relationships, I can be a hard pill to swallow, because I can tell men and women straight up, this is how this happens. Statistically, this is what happened. Most of the time, majority of the time, this is what happened, right? So I said that to say this, I'm asking. So when people talks about the delivery, is it really the delivery, or is it really they don't want to hear the message that he's saying? Because like you just said, that's why I said that was the perfect analogy when you're talking about rap music. Because everything Charleston White says, let's say we put some cleverness to it and put it to the beat. Put some cleverness to Charleston White and put it to a beat.
It's a nice beat.
A nice beat. Then it can become a rap song, and then people will listen to it. So what I'm saying is, when they want to vibe to it, and when it fits the narrative of their life, and when it's glorified, because that type of music glorifies the inadequacies of themselves, and so it makes them feel like they're not doing anything wrong because it's talked about. So when it's glorified and they vibe into it, then it's okay. But if someone is sitting there and talking to you, and he's making you put a mirror in your face, then something wrong with it.
Something wrong with it.
See, so I don't think people are saying it's the delivery, but I'm gonna keep it 1,000. It's not the delivery. It's that what Jeff just said. Black people want to be lied to. So it's not the delivery. It's just the message is now allowing you to have to take some self-awareness and look in your face. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna point at something to try to dilute the message, because what it's showing you, it's just like telling a woman, if you tell a woman, oh, you too masculine, or you 50 and you gonna be single for the rest of your life, right? Then they'll push back to that. But if you say it in a rap song and you be clever with it, and you praise that, you praise the inadequacy, and you say something like, all my 50 plus women that don't need no man, that get it on their own, vibe out, raise your drinks. See, it's the same message, but the delivery is different, but you don't want to hear it.
And the status said delivery matters. I think what I'm trying to get people to see is that the delivery, what Charles and White decided to do is that I'm gonna get an ignorant man and talk to you like how y'all like receiving information. Since y'all allowing all these rap songs to go double platinum, 10 times platinum, this and that, all y'all want to be street, all y'all want to go in these restaurants, want to shake your booty, all you want to do, y'all talking about your block. I'm gonna talk to y'all like the rappers talk to y'all.
But Alan, that's why I disagree with what Anastasia's saying. If delivery matters, then why do we vibe out to these songs in the club? Like, just hear what I'm saying. If delivery matters, if it matters, bro, why do we vibe out to the songs, the Booty Hole Brown and all that? Why do we vibe out to the song, drop that B off in there?
But see, that's what Charles and White trying to say.
That's what I'm saying.
I decided to align my message to speak like, what's her name? Sassy Red, my behind is brown, and my V is pink. I've decided to talk like that, but give you a message that's gonna make you think about how you can change your community. That's what I don't like him, because he is explicit like the rappers.
Yeah.
So because he decided to say, look, since y'all can't have an intelligent conversation with me, y'all ain't gonna listen to that. Because when that come up on IG, what you gonna do? You gonna keep strolling.
Right. And I don't mean to cut you off, because I want to address what Angel's saying. I have talked to different types of people all the time. He's changed his delivery to reach a certain audience who appears to be majority. He literally changed his delivery, so delivery matters across the board. Listen to what I'm saying. When you said delivery matters in the context, Anastasia, what do you mean? Do you mean you disagree with his delivery and he has to be conscious about his delivery? Because now in what you're saying now, he literally changed his delivery. Right. That's Alan's whole point. Mm-hmm. Because when he was talking in another way, no one would listen and at all. Now he's talking this way. Now delivery matters. So then what I'm asking you is, when you said delivery matters, do you mean you disagree with his delivery or how he's saying it? And then here, when you said delivery matters across the board, what I'm trying to ask you, what context, what side are you standing on when you say delivery matters? Because if I'm standing on the side of saying he goes too far, then I'm trying to say, if you're saying if I'm standing on the side to say he going too far, then that means that the delivery matters because I want it delivered to me in a certain way. But what I'm saying is, why do we want Charleston White to deliver it in a certain way, but Saduki and Sexy Red and Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B,
we like that delivery,
and Gucci and everybody else,
they selling records, they making money because
why they don't? What I'm saying is, why they don't have to deliver like LL Cool J did in the back of the day. If delivery matters, why they don't have to deliver that way? Why can we accept toxic delivery and certain behaviors in that space to say, oh yeah, you can deliver my Booty Hole Brown. You can deliver that, right?
That's right.
You can deliver F that B and kill that N.
Throat babies. You can
deliver throat baby. You can deliver that to me
all
right
day.
I'm gonna vibe to it. I'm gonna drink to it.
I'm gonna sell it out.
But if you come to me talking to me in that same delivery and telling me something I need to hear, that's something that I need to work on myself, you're wrong.
Yeah.
It don't make sense.
It don't make sense, Jay. It don't make sense. It's that they don't want to hear it.
Right.
They don't want to hear from FD Reese how they're saying Dr. King.
Right.
They don't want to hear how Michael Metz said it. No, and they don't want to hear how Charles and White said. That's both sides of the spectrum. You just don't want to hear the message. Correct. Because one message, if Dr. King get on there, FD Reese said, you're going to keep strolling and say, I don't want to hear them uppity men talking like that. Then now Charles and White saying it on a way that you like to hear things. Then you're going to say, oh, he wrong for saying it like that.
Angel, that's my point, Angel. When you say I think he's doing what's needed for who he's trying to reach, but you can't come at everyone that manner, expect the message to receive across the board. Listen to what I'm saying. His demographic is 90% black people.
That's right.
So what I'm saying is, those same songs we're listening to, it's Charleston White in music form. So why is that delivery accepted then? because she said it's not always about a person not wanting to hear the truth, but that's the majority of what it is. Because if it's the delivery, then we should then just like you said across the board, Anastasia, he changed his delivery across the board. It has to be changed. If the whole thing is delivery, then why aren't we banning some of these rap songs and saying that their delivery is too much, just like Charleston White is? That's what I want to know. Why, if and I'm not, and that's what he said as far as a manner to accept the messages to be received across the board. Well, what I'm saying is, well, then why are those same messages received in a different manner when you want to vibe to it, but then a man can't tell you the truth in your face when he's telling you to change? So what I'm saying, when your inadequacies are glorified, you accept the message and the delivery. But when your inadequacies are cause for you to take some self-awareness and look in the mirror, now it's the delivery.
Yeah, now his delivery is degrading.
Right. But it's not degrading.
But the message for the rappers are calling you B's and H's and all that. It's not degrading.
It's not degrading.
It's not degrading. There's nothing wrong with that delivery. It's okay. We make them 2, 3, 4 times platinum. But then when a man come tell you in the same manner, hey, don't be acting like this, don't act like that, you acting like a BH. Oh, he's degrading. What is it? It's not the delivery, it's the message. Because you accepted the same delivery on one end of the spectrum, but then you went when it's that same delivery on the other end of the spectrum, you said it's degrading. Charleston White is needed because he's stirring the pot, MJ. He is able, the reason that these people who would not listen to L.B. Reese, would not listen to Martin Luther Kings of today's time, would not listen to us, they are listening to Charleston White because they hear their language. They just don't like what they hear.
Right. Because we don't say, yeah. You know how he talk.
That's not us.
These B's and these, you know,
that's
and he
us.
get into that. That ain't us, right?
Ain't us.
But some people, that's their language.
On the block, that's their language.
And
people like us, MJ, have to say, you know what? We got to allow him to be him. We got to stop sitting here trying to control how people get the message across. See, we doing what Martin Luther King and Malcolm X was. The conquer and divide. We got black people who feel a certain way, feel like that he need to be quiet. But see, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X was needed, MJ.
Yeah.
They fool black people to make us pick sides.
Right.
Either you're gonna pick Malcolm X's side or you're gonna pick Dr. King's side, and not understanding both sides is needed. Charleston White, with the way he speak to people, like people on the block and on the streets, is needed.
Yeah.
For a certain amount of people, and people like us is needed. Black people got to stop picking sides, bro. That's just not my spectrum. No, do I agree with his language? No, but I understand he is needed for a certain type of people.
Yeah.
Simple as that, man.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Well,
and I'm not gonna hurt him. I'm not gonna hurt him, bro.
Nah.
You're not gonna get on here and hear me talk about Charleston White and he wrong. I don't think he wrong. It's not for my ears. I'm gonna continue to do what I need to do. But guess what? He's needed for them Thundercats and them Assessed Reds and all them. He's needed, bro. He's needed.
That's fact. In this instance, I agree. He's doing what he needs for this specific position. It's still degrading across the board with all of the songs, and we need to do better. Okay.
So guess what? So the way he taught at the Wild, some of them cats who talk that way, they can be like, man, Charleston White, he right. Because they understand where they come from. They understand the language, so they're gonna be like, man, he right, man. He sure right.
And to say, I feel like everyone speaking in that manner needs to be quiet, honestly. Period. You mean as far as speaking in the Charleston White manner? I'm asking.
Well, if we're gonna have that, we need to stop supporting gangster rap.
That's not gonna happen, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna continue, MJ. We're gonna continue to lose.
It's not gonna happen.
It's no one thing we've been taught, you meet people where they are. If you don't have anybody to meet people where they are, you're gonna have a losing battle. All of us are not like Martin Luther King them, and you can sit down and have a lecture for us. You can't. These cats have been taught to be in the streets. You get what I'm saying? they're gonna continue to support gangster rap. That's not gonna stop. One of them gonna get killed. We're gonna say RIP. They're gonna put another one up. We're gonna say RIP. They're gonna put another one up. It's gonna be a cycle. And until we can get someone like Charleston White, who's not afraid to talk in a certain manner, to meet them where they are, to hold them accountable, and we just get behind them and don't hurt them, we ain't gonna get nowhere, bro.
That's fact.
We ain't gonna get nowhere.
That's fact.
That's what they mad about, man. They mad because he taught that language for them to understand. One thing about what people don't realize, why did the U.S. government start infiltrating rap music? Because before they created gangster rap, hip hop, why did they do it? Because they couldn't understand the language.
That's right.
They thought black folks was talking in codes, and they was gonna overthrow and revolutionize and get to work.
Yep.
That's why they created gangster rap, because hip hop, the conscious rap, was creating a type of movement like the Black Panther.
Correct.
MJ.
Correct.
See, we got to understand. See, so what white folks, what the powers that be did, they got in there and said, you know what? We're gonna kidnap hip hop and give them gangster rap.
Yeah. And guess what? They still control what we hear now.
Thank you.
They at the top of all the record labels, all the executives, all of that. So why do you think that it's certain rappers that are very talented, they remain underground, and certain rappers get money put behind them and you know, all of that. So it's done by design, man.
So what Charleston White and done, he didn't look back and say, okay, I see the play.
Right.
So they're not gonna stop putting their money. Them Jews ain't gonna stop putting their money in it. They're gonna continue to put it up. So guess what? I'm gonna talk these young folks' language and see if I can get some of them to understand where I'm coming from, what we got to change.
Right.
But you got the uppity black folks who want to sit here and say, oh, he's so wrong. How he's talking? What we got to do, just mute it, close your ears. And don't, when you see Charleston White, just keep strolling.
Or if you can say, hey, I like what he's saying, you know, and you know, it may not be for me to hear at a particular time, but for the vast majority of our community right now, it needs to be heard.
I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna help him.
But you know,
what I'm gonna do is that what he's saying with my folks, I'm gonna explain what he's saying and why he's doing it, so they can have some type of understanding. This cat is needed. Just don't look what your eyes see. This cat is needed for a better good in this season, MJ.
Yeah,
he is.
Well, Angel, when you say it's the narrative being pushed, and it shouldn't be, I don't think it's a narrative. See, when someone says control the narrative, it's not the delivery, it's the message, right? So we're so focused on his delivery, he's not controlling the narrative. See, the message that he's giving is the same, right? It's just in a different way.
A different way. Just different.
How about you stop calling others uppity because they disagree?
Well, but what I'm saying is this: we do sometimes have an uppity mindset to say that I'm above that. We do. I'm just saying we do. Black folks, we'll separate each other all the time, MJ.
That's true.
We'll separate each other all the time.
Even come on, bro. Even in some families don't deal with some other family members because they may live in Section 8. They may live in more poverty.
And they look down.
Right.
They look down on them. So I know some black folks be uppity. We can't be uppity, bro. We got to come off our high horse, and before we place judgment on a person, we got to say, okay, let me try to find some understanding of what they're doing.
Yeah. Tristan said about 98% of R&B got to go too, but we ain't ready for that combo. I would agree to a certain extent of today's R&B, but I was talking about this the other day. The old R&B, and I ain't telling my age, I don't care. The old R&B, we used to listen to it with our parents, right? But we didn't know it was subliminal. We didn't know what everything meant. We just knew that the music and all of that. But I think nowadays, because everything is so in your face, that it's tough to be. The subliminalness is not in the music no more. But we understood. I didn't understand Marvin Gaye till I got older, but I heard the songs. But it didn't infiltrate my mind like it does kids now.
These kids these days, they try to make their life hard,
right?
To get the rep, for people to say they got street cred, to get what the old rappers really went through.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's a conversation, Tris, we can have. I would like to hear your perspective on it. Anastasia said that's disrespectful as well. You saying that phrase was a separation in itself. I don't know what phrase she's talking about.
When I said uppity,
you just did not swear with it. I stated he is doing what's necessary for the demographics he's reaching, but I can still say the language is disgusting because it is.
So what I'm saying, if the language is so disgusting,
yeah,
I agree with her that the language
right.
is disgusting.
Right.
But why isn't it disgusting when it comes to these gangster raps and these DJs playing this music on V103?
Right. And
1079. Why isn't that degrading?
And I agree with Anastasia. So I think Anastasia, what we're saying is the hypocrisy in it, not as far as you personally, but as far as how we as a community receive it, right? Okay, she's saying it is, all of it is how we as a community receive it. So what we're kind of discussing is pretty much why is people keep saying the delivery. We get the message, Anastasia. We get what you're saying. If they talking about the message, that's cool. If that's not the message that you align with, okay, cool, and that cool. But what we're saying is the hypocrisy behind anytime somebody come with something like this, some personnel or anything, it's the delivery is messed up. But then we'll say that at a barbecue, man, Charleston White delivery mess up. But then we'll get in the car and bump Yo Gotti, and he's saying the same thing Charleston White is saying.
Yeah.
So if it's the delivery, then why isn't it the delivery when it comes to music, when it comes to talk, when it comes to podcasts, when it comes to co-workers? Then we should align with the delivery in every aspect. But the problem is we are not.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is what I think it is. We're using delivery as an excuse because we don't want to hear the message because it causes us to put a mirror in our face.
That's right, bro.
And that's what it is. People deflect all the time in different things. I'm pretty sure everybody that's listening to know, oh yeah, this person deflect. But at the same time, if we're gonna stand on it, if we're gonna stand on business, then stand on it all the way around. So if we're gonna say the delivery of Charleston White is messed up, then we should speak out and say the delivery of Yo Gotti, of Gucci, of Sexy Red, of Glorilla, of all of them, their delivery is the same. But we don't. Let's keep it 1,000.
We go bump their music and
bump their music. We be in the club, we jam into it, we dance into it, we drink into it, we vibe into it.
And then we letting it go 3, 4, 5 times platinum, and they making $1 million of it and putting it right back into our community.
Come on. She said you're correct that in that instance it can be viewed as price. I'm speaking from different perspective because I don't rock with that language as a whole. So I get what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, that's not the language I use. But I know people who use it, but I'm not the type of guy. You would never hear me say anything about the delivery. I'm more concerned about the message. Just to be honest. I'm more concerned about the message. And if the message is aligning in the right way, then the delivery can be more creative for me.
Yeah, because one thing I said, I heard about one thing Charleston White said that maybe because he used to run across my news feed. Matter of fact, he used to go to Grips all the time, and Deacon Brown was going to introduce me to Charleston White about 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yes, he hit me up. He said, "Alan, the next time he come to town, come to Grips, I'm gonna call you, and I want you to meet him." And I was gonna meet him.
Yeah.
My thing was this: is when he said something about Nipsey Hussle that made me think. Because I was sad, and I think what happened to Nipsey was dead wrong. But he said, well, Nipsey was a product of his own. He what happened to him was what he promotes in his music. They promote that if you ratting and you talking about a person, they're gonna go come see about you. Nipsey was out there saying that this person was snitching. He came and saw about him. He said, so that's what happened to Nipsey. The streets, what he from and what he rap about, it came out to him.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people was mad when he said that, but then you thought about it, it's the truth.
Correct.
It's the truth. He said King Von. Y'all talking about Rip King Von, but I'm talking about Rip, the boy mama that he killed.
Right.
The boy he killed, his mama. She crying now.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff he be saying, MJ, he be dead right. But y'all, he be like, y'all gonna continue to listen to this gangster rap when the gangster rap is going against our community. And it's hurting us. He's right, bro.
Right. And Anastasia said, I'm in counseling, so delivery matters from my perspective. Just a different view. I see your view as well. I can rock with you on that, Angel. We just disagree in that area because I can go deeper. I see how people, when they say something to somebody and when they receive it, it's two totally different ways. Because a lot of the times we feel, we can say something hurtful to somebody, right? But then if they say the same thing to us, we feel a type of way. We feel disrespected, or we feel like, hurtful. So to me, delivery it matters, and it depends on the setting to me, and it depends on who it is, and who. Like I wouldn't deliver something to a 5-year-old child the same way I deliver it to a 25-year-old adult. So I see what you're saying, but in this context, and what we're saying, the hypocrisy is the community, how we receive the rap music delivery and Charleston White delivery.
You know what?
We can go in different areas, but not today.
The thing about it, MJ, these young kids these days, remember our past shows, we were sharing these little kids carrying guns. Look how they rapping. You could deliver what Charleston White, how he talking. He could talk to a 5-year-old dude from the streets and a 50-year-old dude from the streets, and it's the same, and the message gonna go across the same, because that's what they know, MJ.
That's what they know.
It is a different breed of people out there right now in our community that don't care about the elders, they don't care about children. Look at the people, how they treating the teachers.
Right.
MJ, that would not happen in our generation, MJ.
Right.
We let our
kids.
How many teachers have talked to a parent or a child in a respectable way, and guess what? The delivery was right, and they still didn't listen.
100%. Jeff said it, Amazon, Prime, FedEx, UPS, it all gets there at the same time.
Yeah.
It delivered the same way. So yeah, I agree with you, bro. We got to stop. A lot of in our community, we focus on the disrespect. He hurt my feelings and how this is said and how he said it to me and what tone he. But sometimes we need that straight truth, man. It just is what it is, and we can see. And I don't like to bring him up because people think but we can see with Kevin Samuels, we can see with Charleston White. When someone comes in and they have a certain message, even though it may be on the majority side of the truth, what happens is the majority of the people, not saying all, but a lot of the people that have a problem with it are the ones that don't like to look in the mirror and see the truth. Because I've heard people say, yeah, I just don't agree with, if you say I don't agree with what he says, then cool. You know what I'm saying? But the delivery is what we're talking about now. Don't be a hypocrite and say his delivery is too harsh, but then you get in there and bump your Gotti. That you can't get me with that.
And them cats on my throat babies.
Yeah, you can't say that to me, dog. You can't.
Out of every word, B.
Right. And we vibe into it. And like, come on, man. Because I'm gonna be honest, sometimes when I go to the bars and the clubs, and I've been an artist, I've had songs that have pushed the envelope, when I was younger. But I can't, I'm like, man, how do they listen to this?
That's why I go to Pesos, because they don't.
Oh my God, bro.
All the time. That's just real talking, Jay. I can't listen to it like that.
Yeah.
And the stuff they play on the radio. Think about back in the day, when you watched the movie Friday, they used to bleep it out on TV. Its movie is worse than Friday.
They ain't bleeping out.
One time Friday came on TV and they were bleeping it out. I said, wow. They bleep. I'm like, man, it's stuff way worse than that now on TV.
And Jay
radio.
Zay, that's a good. We'll have to talk about that. That's why they don't talk to their kids softly. You're 100%. You're 100% now. Let's keep it 1,000. Some parents, they talk to their kids like, get your mother, man, you know. But then Charleston White, come on, turn that off. That's too much. Teacher can't tell your kid to sit down at the school, but then you can cuss them out and call them all type of N-words at the house.
Yeah,
We'll talk about
they listen to the case of rap, but
Right.
Charles White said them words. No, that's just too much.
Right. We'll talk about that another time. But look, we appreciate y'all joining us on the Lineage Podcast every Wednesday. Please don't forget the announcements. Get the book the tour, get the shirts, and come to the library tour, the Artifacts Library tour on December the 3rd.
And toy giveaway.
23rd, December the 23rd. Yeah, we got a toy. Are we giving it away at the Ellenwood? So we got toys. We'll announce that again. We have toys that we're giving away at the Artifacts Library, at the Ellenwood Library, Ellenwood Lyon County Library, on December 23rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Say again. Nah. Yeah, it's off Linecrest. That's
right.
But it's in DeKalb County, Ellenwood, Georgia. We giving toys away. So come get some education, get some toys for your kids, and and come join the foundation and we'll have a good time. Toys for those who attend. Miss Anastasia says.
That's right.
Yes. Toys for those who attend, who come and get some of this history. So appreciate y'all. Look, y'all have a great weekend. We'll see y'all next week. See y'all.